All right, I think we're live. Yeah, sorry guys. Been busy. I got a little busy working on the computer, and I lost track of time. Sometimes I get tunnel vision when I'm working on something, and I don't look at the time until I get done with what I'm doing, or I take a break. And I found out I was like 10 or so minutes, 10, 20 minutes late. Yeah. My bad. Sorry, guys. Remember, my schedules are ish, okay, for my live stream. So if I get around that time, it's good enough. If not, oh well. I mean, I'm trying, guys. It's just I got to do what I got to do. So, what's going on with you guys tonight? See who we had out there. I'm looking through the chat. I'm checking through the chat. Pop out the chat so I can see everything. All right, so we had Sam of Anarchy 92 out there. We had Kingpin. We had Defense Dad. Travis P11 was out there. I spoke with Travis P11 earlier, so there's that. MI Outcast is out there. Gun Lover Grandpa's out there. Jason Stewart's out there. So, hey guys, what's going on? Jump in. You can jump in. It's fine. See, there's George. George is never late. George is always on time.
Hello. What's going on?
It's going. It's going.
Cool.
Anarchy 92. I am good, buddy. How you doing? Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike, I'm getting better. Good, Ghost Shadow. I am praying for you, man. I am praying for you. I hope you get better soon, Ghost Shadow, because man, when the sickness comes around, it decided to hit you twice. I'm sorry, man. I really am. George, I don't know if you saw the other night, but we were on Match Chat, and Ghost Shadow mentioned that not only he got pneumonia, but he also got COVID at the same time.
Oh my gosh! No, I did not know that.
Yeah, and he's recovering in the hospital, and I wish him a speedy recovery, and I am praying for him. I really am.
Same here, man. Jeez, man.
I mean,
my best friend got COVID, and he was in the hospital. He's in the rehab hospital now, but he was in the hospital since April 12th.
So go Shadow. All I'm gonna say, man, is drink plenty of liquids that they'll give you. Water, ice water helped immensely for me. Again, get plenty of rest. Whatever medicine they're giving you, take the medicine. But just remember, relax and work and focus on recovering. Don't feel you need to do anything else, because at the end of the day, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything.
Yeah, he needs to practice breathing also.
Yeah. So
so that way, if it's in his lungs, it can get out, because the more he breathes, the better it'll be.
The better you'll be. So just sit back, relax. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know you're still here. All right, and that's all you need to do, man. That's it. Just kick back. Because honestly, when I got it, I didn't have pneumonia at the same time, but when I got it, I'm just like, I'm kicking back. Oh, he also's got a UTI too.
Oh,
man. Rest, damn it. Go Shadow, what are you doing here? Go rest.
Yeah, man.
I mean, if you're not sitting back in the bed or in an easy chair right now, kicking back, I'm going to yell at you to go do it, because, man, you need to go rest.
Yeah, don't strain yourself, buddy.
Good Lord. I feel for him. I'm going to have to go back and pray again, because I forgot that last part. So anyways, I'm doing good. George, I know I probably mentioned this the other night, but I got the M1A clone all put together now.
Really? Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's got the M14 upper handguard on it now. It's got a bunch of M14 parts in it. USGI. It looks snazzy. It's also got a proper flash hider on it too.
Yeah, I was going to just mention that. You know, you got the new flash hider on there. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I had to use the set screw for the flash hider. I had to use the Chinese one because it's a little shorter because the castle nut on the flash hider is thinner than a standard M14 one is.
Did you just say China people are shorter and thinner?
I'm talking about the
castle. Racist, man.
I'm talking about the castle nut on my Polytech. Shut up.
Xenophobic.
This is what happens when you only get half the conversation, Jason. Shush.
Shorter and thinner, huh?
Hey, xenophobic. That means he's
Besides, I'm I'm like, I'm part Asian too, so I can make fun of the Chinese all I want.
Slotted on top too, isn't it?
Xenophobic.
Slanted.
Races against xenomorphs.
Hey, listen. You didn't have to listen to what my grandmother had to go through when she took me and my cousins to the park when we were kids. They said, "Look at that Asian lady. She went around and stole all those white kids."
Oh gosh, jeez.
This was in Phoenix too, and then one of my cousins would say, "Grandma, where are we going?" And my grandma's like, "We're going to the park. Just calm down." And then the husband of that old lady who said that said, "Shut up, that's her grandkids." I heard shit like that all the time as a kid because I was the eldest.
Wow.
Because that's what happened. Anyways, it's not like I didn't experience that shit. Though thinking back and talking about it now, I do find it hilarious because I see the hilarity in it now. But it is racist and it is wrong. And my grandmother shouldn't have had to deal with that. I should have had to deal with that as a child. But hey, guess what? We live in an imperfect world.
It's an ancient Chinese secret.
No, it's an ancient Filipino secret. But
But anyways, you was fixing something on your rifle with an international screw.
Yeah. But no. The flash hider, the castle nut for the flash hider on my Polytech is shorter than the standard M14 one is, or the M1A is. So I had to use the set screw for the flash hider. I had to use the Chinese, the original Polytech one because it's shorter than the M14 military issue set screw. Because the castle nut's shorter.
I don't mean to be a smartass, but it's a legitimate question. You keep calling it a Polytech.
Because that's what it is.
Is that the name of the company?
That's the name of the company that made it, yes.
But it doesn't have a polymer parts or nothing on it, right?
No, well, it came with a polymer stock, but that's it. Because the name of the company was Poly Technologies. I think it was Poly Technologies Inc. or something. Something weird like that the Chinese brought a bunch of guns. They brought a bunch of guns into the country, and then they later renamed themselves Norinco. And they got a couple more in before they got completely axed. Okay,
so their name has nothing technically to do with it being a polymer stock.
Right. It's just the name.
They had their name.
Because I've also got the wood stock for it too. So
I just didn't know if you were just calling the Chinese ones Pollock stocks, that or not. I never heard that before.
If you go on, you won't really see it on Gunbroker, but if you go on like Arms List and you look up Polytech M14, you'll see the box where it says Polytech on it or Poly Technologies because that's the name of the company. Like here, let me see if I can pull up a image or something. All right. I saw a couple on Arms List. I don't know if they still have them though. So, but again, I'm trying. I'm trying to stay with the conversation. So just bear with me for a second.
So you said they changed their name to Norinco's?
I assume they changed their name to Norinco's, or Norinco was another company, just like it, that they was owned by the same guys. I don't know. So
Is all they did was M14s?
they did. Polytech did M14s and they did AKs, and then they did, and then Norinco did the AKs as well, and that's all she wrote. So I'm trying to find it.
They still in business?
No. Well, Norinco's still selling them to the Canadians before, Trudeau says no. Because they stopped selling them here in the United States because they got banned. Thanks, Herbert Walker Bush. Yeah, that's like, it's not just the Democrats. So, but
What, they got banned from import?
they got banned from import. Yeah, it's like right now,
Why?
as far as
China.
As far as Chinese guns these days, the only thing you could really get in the country, I think, now are shotguns. Just plain old shotguns. And even then, I'm not sure if you can get those in anymore. Just because how anal people are in China.
Mhm.
And I get it. The Chinese do a lot of bad things. No argument there.
China a-hole.
China a-hole!
China.
But, it's just, that's how it is. Damn it, I'm trying to find it. You know what? I'm just going to look for it on Google because I can probably find an image on Google.
Mystic just joined the chat.
Mystic's out there. Awesome.
And Patriot in the Dark.
And Patriot in the Dark. Okay.
Hi, Patriot.
And G-Webs.
Yeah. All right. So I found a picture on my screen share. There's no cache numbers on it, so we're good. But this is what I'm talking about. Okay. There's the Woodstock, and if you look on the box, it says Poly Technologies Inc. M-14/S. That's how they marketed it. So and they gave you 2 magazines, 2 20-rounders, and a sling. I didn't get a sling, but I got two stocks out of the deal. I got a 20-round magazine and a 30-round magazine. And honestly, you know what? I went and bought some. I know. Don't say bad things about this. I went and bought some ProMag steel magazines for the M1A.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got to get all the packing grease off of those, and those are going to be golden too. Because, yes, I know it's ProMag. You hate ProMag, but the problem is it's really hard to fuck up a steel magazine. It's really super freaking hard.
Oh, leave it to ProMag to do that.
I am confident that they can not screw up a steel magazine.
Is it just a clone of the mag itself that you got? Is it basically like a replica?
It's just an M1A magazine. That's it is.
They probably made them for Norinco. Norinco probably made them for ProMag back then.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Right.
a box mag like that's different than a pistol mag or like a high point mag. Yeah.
But again, this is the original box because I was trying to, because Jason asked whether they call themselves Polytech or Poly Technologies, and I'm just saying it says the actual name of the company was Poly Technologies Inc. People just called it Polytech for short because Poly Technologies Inc. is a mouthful.
So it didn't have a polymer stock originally, a black plastic stock?
A lot of the early ones did not have polymer stocks.
Oh, I thought yours did because the photos we were looking at, it must have been super dark. So, okay.
From what I gather, the wood stock was the original stock for the rifle because it has all the it has the flip up back and everything. But from what I gather is they probably bought a normal M1A stock later on and put that polymer one on there just to save weight. But I'll be honest with you, playing with the rifle, I don't really notice the weight that much of a difference. It's just like with the Garand. Okay, I didn't notice the Garand. People say the Garand is heavy. I didn't notice it because the wood on the wood grain on the Garand feels so nice. So
if you want to look if you want to look one of those up to buy one, what are they actually called? Norinco or Polytech or what?
When you go to Gunbroker and look up Polytech M14. Okay. Or M14S, and you might find a couple on Gunbroker. They're all apparently everybody's bought them out on on arms lists right now, so I couldn't find a decent image. I had to go Google an image. So
That's because I bought the all the other 14 of them.
Yeah, you foosed all of us, man. Good job.
Reminds me of Lost Boys. Because I'm looking for.
Yeah, and G-Web says they had plenty of ads and paperwork that say Polytech too. Well, because it was easier to abbreviate Polytechnologies into Polytech than just call it Polytechnologies Inc. It's just like you know Henry, the Henry Repeating Arms Company. They just call it Henry, and they just go by the nickname.
Can you shoot off the shelf ammo with that? Like hunting rounds or whatever. It's not too powerful.
You don't want to use over a certain grain. It's like you don't want to use over the match grain. Okay, like say I think what is it? You want to stay between 145 grain to I think it was 168.
Can you get an adjustable?
You can get a Schuster adjustable gas block like the M1 the M1 Garand, and just to do adjustable gas plugs so you can use some of that hotter ammo. But honestly, I wouldn't. Most 7.62 by 51 or even 308, you can get it 145, 150 grain. That runs straight through it like butter. So you're better off just buying standard FMJ.
Cool. It goes through walls.
It goes through walls. But again, that's one of my new acquires. I have yet to get the stock for the other one. I'm gonna order a new stock for the other one in a little bit, probably tomorrow.
I'll do it.
No midnight range. No. Pancake boys, starting to fire up the griddle.
Jack.
Watch out.
Well, he wants to have a food chat or what?
He wants to turn into a food chat, and I don't want to turn into a food chat tonight.
What's he asking about?
So
is Taco Bueno good?
It's when you're hungry, anything's good, right?
Yeah.
What? Gun website says, "Are you leaving it like that, or are you screwing with it?" All I'm doing is just putting some M14 surplus parts on it because I didn't like the fake flash hider, so I had to remove the fake flash hider. And then while it was imported before the 922R rules, but knowing the ATF, they'll probably try and get me on a technicality anyway. So I figured I'd just replace a bunch of the inside parts with M14 surplus parts to be done with it.
You're gonna have about 11 parts.
Yeah, I have 9 or 10, I think.
9 or 10. Oh, okay, that's cool. So I remember that's what it said. To have so many U.S. parts that it can become legal or something.
Yeah. So
Tony wants to help you out there.
Yeah, I know Tony does. Tony can jump in if he wants to. It links up there at the top.
I thought with the 922R, if you start replacing parts with American-made parts, you're okay.
Well, the problem is it comes with the import ban. Okay, say you put it had a fake flash hider on it, and you put an actual flash hider with a bayonet lug on it. Mm-hmm. Then you have to add 9 additional U.S. parts for that to be okay.
But if it's pre-922R, that wouldn't even apply to it then, because 922R wouldn't apply to any guns made before.
It didn't apply to it before it came into the country, but after it's already here, it applies.
So they didn't grandfather guns in that got in before the date?
No, they didn't.
No, they had to, because a lot of the pistols and stuff that we had, that means that so many guns would be illegally modified then, right?
Yeah.
It's like if I had like a CZ52 and I decided to put something on it.
See, when they instituted 922R, it applied to all guns that were here before 922R and after. So, it doesn't matter whether it came in before 922R became a thing or after. 922R still applies to it.
That's just a bunch of crap anyway. I mean,
it is.
We don't encourage anybody to break the law.
It's a bunch of bullshit. But again, that's what we deal with. That's what we have to go with. So, I'm replacing parts left and right because I have to. Because I don't know the origin of these parts. These could be the original parts on them, or they could be surplus parts that the guy who I bought it from put it on it 20 years ago. I don't know.
But if you're replacing it with new parts or parts that are sourced elsewhere, then aren't you going to have to go do all the parts compliant? I mean, don't you have to? You only have to have so many parts that have to be like U.S. sourced, right?
Right. You're right. And here's the thing, Travis. I'm buying from Numrix and I'm buying from Sarco mostly to get most of my parts. So guess what? I have a paper trail.
Yeah, but you'd have to do so many parts now to meet the 922R compliance rules. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you have to like
12 or so. I don't remember what the total. There's only like a total. So many total parts you can have that are foreign.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm doing because the rifle didn't come with the stripper clip guide or the stripper clip glide pin. So I put those in. Those are 2 parts. Okay. I've replaced the barrel band. What else I've done? I've done the flash hider. I've replaced the front sight. I've also replaced the recoil spring. I've replaced the recoil rod. The piston I've replaced. And by the way, the front sight is actually 2 pieces because it's the front sight and then it's also the screw. So
you're not going to send it to me and let me refinish it?
I'm not going to let you refinish that rifle. I have a Mosin you can refinish.
Oh, no, I want the M14.
You got to use American source varnish though if you're going to do it. You can't use Chinese source varnish because that would add another part to it. So
I ordered that varnish that I ordered from India, like I did for the AK, that has the ground up bug parts.
Hello.
They give really they make it out of there's some insect. I forgot what it is.
Well, a lot of our dyes and stuff
it's got that certain color to it.
Yeah. By the way, I am still buying parts and replacing them. So I'm not done yet. It's just I'm at the behest of the mail right now. They'll get the parts to me when they get the parts to me. Because I'm looking at replacing. Not only I'm looking at replacing. I'm replacing the pin for the bolt catch itself, and the spring. That's another 3 parts. So, eventually,
are you noticing any real differences though in the quality of the casting of the parts or the forging of the parts?
Well, yeah. The bolt, the USGI M14 bolt catch that I ordered looks a lot more polished and finished than the Polytech one. The Polytech one, it looks forged, but it looks really rough. Like they didn't go over it and they didn't file it down to make it look all flat and whatnot. What you do with a forging, they just kind of cobbled it together and just sent it on its way. They look like somebody made it using a hand file instead of using a machine tool to clean it up.
Yeah.
Well, the Chinese probably ran out of machine tools.
Yeah, you're right. They probably did. But the difference between the Polytech M14Ss and the M1As right now are one thing. The receiver on the Polytechs are forged. The receivers you get from Springfield Armory are cast. Just food for thought. Do you want a cast receiver or do you want a forged receiver?
Forged.
Milled.
Forged.
Milled.
They didn't make milled receivers.
I'm just
I
kidding.
want to forge one.
Damn.
You can be out there in an anvil with a hammer.
Tony, if you want a milled receiver, you have to go and talk to Fulton Armory or LRB Arms,
I want one
It
made
should
out
be
of
gold plated
and,
too.
then you have to pay at least $2,000 or $3,000 additional dollars on top of what I paid for. So, anyways, but I'm just really excited about this project I'm working on for this gun. So, I'm glad I'm actually getting something done.
I still think it needs to be a collaboration. That's all.
I'm not sending it to you. There is no way in hell I'll send it to you.
I'd only shoot it a couple of times. Before,
I don't care. The only way you're getting to shoot that is if I bring it with me and we go to the range.
Well, come on.
Like, isn't he next door, just up the road from you, just down by the Piggly Wiggly?
Yeah, right.
It's only like a 5-hour. It's about a 6-hour drive.
It's about a 6-hour drive. It's kind of
Make a movie called Driving Miss Night Strike.
I mean, I could probably, if I could get it on the bus, I would go. But you know how they are about the bus.
Take a Uber.
Yeah, I'm not taking an Uber. You know how much that would cost? Oh God,
$1,000.
Yeah, about $1,000.
If you could find somebody to do it.
If you could find somebody to do it, nobody wanted to do it. So
It used to wear me out taking the Alex to Wofford and back, and that's just Spartanburg or whatever.
yeah, Spartanburg. So yeah. So what kind of gun projects do you guys got? Anybody working on anything?
I'll be picking up the C308, so I'm going to do a cleaning video on that, get that taken apart and kind of take a look at it. And then I'm going to swap out the wood furniture for polymer furniture, and then I've got a Picatinny rail to put on the front, like a tri Picatinny rail. Like, you can't put a quad on it necessarily, but I got a triple Picatinny that's going to go on the front.
Travis,
Yo.
if you want polymer furniture, I've got polymer furniture you can have.
Oh, no. I've got 2 sets coming, wood and polymer. Yeah.
What gun is it? I missed that.
The the Centuries version of the C308. The 73.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Setme /HK91 copy.
Setme would be easy to make wood furniture for, especially the forearm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's so much surplus out there. You just need to get some, good oil and go over the stocks and the wood parts, and you're done.
Where they kill you is the aftermarket stocks for it. Not the original, but like I was looking at
the collapsibles
one. The Magpul one is $250. I'm like, come on, guys, that's friggin' ridiculous.
No, Travis, look at the wire collapsible one where it goes all the way into the onto the receiver, and it makes the back flat. That one's like $300 or $400.
Oh my god,
that wire collapsible stock.
And I mean, you can get an original set of furniture for what, like $50 for the front and the rear for the pistol grip and the.
I'm happy with the
stock
wood.
and the handguard.
Giggity!
Holy cow! Ironwood Designs guy. I was going to kind of poke fun and say you should get Ironwood Designs to make it, but it just looks like Matt Schuster had a heart attack. Oh my God, he passed away.
Who?
This guy, I bought like 3 or 4 sets from these guys. Ironwood Designs.
Okay.
They used to have a really good looking website up, and now it's just got a thing up talking about Matt Schuster that has died. That's where I got my AK, all 3 of the AK sets and the you remember the AR that I did 2 ARs. I got all those wood sets from him. That is crazy.
Wow.
Oh, so wait. He did the wood furniture for the ARs. He was the guy that made those.
Yeah, he made them for a bunch of. And when you said set, I went to
AKs.
Yeah, I went to look it up.
Yeah.
They even had FALs. I mean, they had everything.
VZ58s.
And I don't know why they don't show the old website just to let people see what it looks like. But they've got. I guess this is a kind of a memorial type thing. If you go to Ironwood Designs now, it's just him, a picture of him. He was young, man. Golly.
Said cardiac arrest on the the eulogy thing that's up there.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to make the prices of whatever he's created go crazy. I don't even know where you're going to buy that anymore. That's.
I don't think they can do it without him anymore. I think they'll probably just shut the company down.
Yep.
Yeah, they said they're going to try to fulfill orders if they can.
Go Shadow, you shouldn't be building any guns right now. You should be recuperating, resting. But again, Go Shadow says he's got a project he's working on. He's building a 6.5 Creedmoor AR next with a 28-inch barrel. Wow.
28 or 20? Wow. Good Lord.
He says 28. So
28, that's a goose gun.
If it's 20, if it's 28, not 20, then okay, good luck, sir. It's not like it can't handle it, Tony. It can handle.
Get a bipod.
I just never heard of such a thing. I guess I'm not familiar with 28-inch barrel.
It might be a bull barrel.
What's he working on?
We'll wait a second. Maybe it's a typo. We'll wait a second.
Carolina EDC is out there saying, "Yo, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa?"
Amigo, gracias. Muchas gracias.
How you doing, Carolina EDC? If you want to jump into the panel, the link's at the top.
Órale, carnal.
Simón Cuate.
Simón.
Muy bien.
You hear white people say that too often. ¿Qué onda, Cuate?
White people?
No. Yeah.
What did you say?
You don't hear white people say that too often.
I thought you said you hear white people say that.
No.
You don't hear them say it too often.
I think I got permission though.
Spanish language is like the most hilarious language there is because the use of slang, you know.
The best one is carjack. In some places they call it el gato. So you go get the cat.
The cat.
You go jack your car with your cat. Change a tire. El
Sounds
gato.
like a stick song.
I like the way how they say let's get some tall boys. Vamos a agarrar mufflers. I'm like, mufflers. What the heck are you calling them? Because it's a big can, dude. It's a muffler. So they call it los mufflers, you know.
Mufflers, man. Troca. Got your troca?
Yeah.
Got your troca?
No,
the best one, though. The best one is handcuffs, man. You know how to say handcuffs in Spanish?
Oh, repuestas. Repuestas, yeah.
No, esposa. Yeah. It's the same word you use for your wife.
Esposa.
Esposa for handcuffs?
Yeah, that's a ball and chain, not a handcuff.
Same thing, bro.
I get a kick when I hear umbrella in Spanish, man. Paraguas, stop water.
Yeah, water stopper, and then bumpers or parachoques, crash stoppers. See, I like crash stoppers. That's so much better than bumpers. You don't really bump anything, but you stop crashes with them.
Welcome to Hit or Miss, the Thursday edition, where we talk about multilingualism.
Multilingualism, you know, it's like those front rails on your truck. They call them dumbaburros. I'm like, what?
And no, I'm kidding. We're not doing Hit or Miss tonight. I'm just saying. It's just like, yeah. So, Travis, we talked about this with Matt the other night. I don't know if you were there, but that article popped up again of what they found, what scientists found in the ice glaciers of Tibet in China.
Yes, the ancient viruses. Apparently they found over 30 ancient viruses that no one's ever seen before. Great, guys. Thanks. This is how the zombie apocalypse happens. Yep. That's almost like a movie, dude. It's like global warming causes some viruses to get released in the air. No, they willingly cut these things out of the ice.
Yep. Wow.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though. You know, viruses evolve and change their structure. So to say, they've never been seen before. Well, if it's a previously mutated form, duh. I mean, you know, there's lots of forms of viruses we probably never see because they're constantly mutating. So, I mean, that's like, I don't know. I guess if they have no link to any other known viruses, and that's some freaky stuff. But yeah.
But Travis,
you know, they may be good viruses. They may turn liberals into, you know, conservatives somehow.
No, I doubt it. But Travis, we can say one thing with pure, you know, certainty on this one.
What's that, man?
That those viruses came out of China. We've got him there.
I don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're
this whole
talking
thing
about.
up.
Ron Paul Night Strike. You
Hey,
don't
Night Strike.
know anything. We were not doing manipulation of monkeys. Whatever the hell he's talking
They
about.
found it in ice. They totally
What do they
came
call
from
it? What do they
China.
call it? Right to drive, or what's the
I don't care.
Gain of function.
We're feeding bats.
gain of function, man? I deal with that every morning when I wake up, dude. I got no gain of function.
I have that every morning in the bathroom.
There you
I'll tell
go.
you.
Gain of function. That's
Yeah,
what they
right
call
on
it.
top of the pod.
That was the other point I was going to bring up about the viruses that they found. That doesn't mean that they're transmutable to humans just because
Now,
they're.
Go Shadow
Fauci will
says
make him transmutable.
at Night Strike, going
Coming
for
party.
maximum long range, squeeze every last FPS out of ammo. So 28 inches is the right inch. So he's going for maximum range.
You said it's a shotgun or what?
It's an AR. It's
I was
6.5.
kidding about Goose Gun.
Oh, I know you were. I
I got like a 26-inch barrel on my hunting shotgun. It's a monster, man.
My friend has
I don't know why.
My friend has a bull barrel on one of his ARs, and it's got like a 30-inch barrel.
Yeah, I've got a single shot 20 gauge. It's got a 30-inch. It's a goose. We call it a Goose Gun.
It's just 30 inches because of how thick the barrel is. Because it's a bull barrel. Yeah, that's exactly what
This
it
one,
is.
mine's like 100 years old, and the barrel actually droops. You can look. So you have to kind of aim
Carolina
high.
EDC said try to join, but asked to download an app. Yes, the Jitsi Meet app is what you use to connect to GunTube Chamber, because I'm not going to try and reinvent the wheel, because it's just easier to use the app. So
It's a million lines of code already written. Let's just put it that way.
yeah, and they update it. They update it more often than I would. So,
Hey guys, at what point does the barrel start to lose efficiency on an AR? Or I guess you could tailor your load so it would take advantage of a 26-inch barrel or 28-inch barrel, right? With your powder charge and your bullet choice. I mean, because you would think like after 20 inches or so, you'd start to lose your gain of function.
There's a curve there, right? There's a bell curve there somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know what. I always thought 18 would be. It's kind of a heavy barrel to lug around anyway. But yeah.
I mean, honestly,
I thought 20 was the optimal. I thought that's why it was the rifle length.
Honestly, for me, if I want long range, I go 20 inches. If I want short range to, if I want just,
0 to 500 meters or something.
0 to 500 meters, I go either 18 or 16 inch,
Yeah, I wouldn't go any shorter than 16.
I wouldn't go any shorter than 16.
I've
Carolina
got a couple of
EDCs, we can hear
videos.
you.
That guy I was showing you the other night, I got a couple of videos of where the cycle rate's too fast on the really short barrels that he had. Well, those were full auto though, and he was explaining to me that the barrel length was affecting it. That was his theory anyway.
Carolina EDC, just jump in when you have something to say.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey,
What's going on?
glad you figured it out.
What's
Yeah,
up? What do you know, man? What's new?
Same old work. That's about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. We got a celebrity out there, Travis. Your sponsors out there. We got
Shout out to SS Pawn.
Stan from SS Pawn is out there hanging out.
Oh,
So he's eating sweet corn and kicking back, listening to the show. Well, I hope it's enjoyable, Stan. Thanks for showing up, and thanks for commenting out there on the chat, man.
I wonder if he knows Moss Pond people.
Well, he's in Nebraska. I don't think he would.
They might have conventions.
You might have heard of him.
Pawn shop conventions.
I don't know if pawn shops. Stan, can you answer a question for us? Do pawn shops have like a pawn shop convention where
How
all the
much you'll bet
shops?
they do, and he knows
All the
that.
shops get together.
Association. I'm sure.
Or are you allowed to tell us? Let us know. I mean, if you have to text Travis, text
All
Travis.
he has to do is say whether he's met Eric at Moss Pond or not.
The
I
Pawn
don't think
Masons.
much in the southeastern part of the U.S. So those guys are way out there, though. They're over there in what, South Carolina or something?
What the free pawn masons?
They might leave. They
Carolina.
probably all meet in St. Louis or someplace, like right in the middle somewhere.
I don't know. I don't know if they have conventions or not.
Holiday Inn
I know
Express.
Omaha's a big one for conventions too.
I'm just asking because it sounds like something they do.
The International Brotherhood of Pawnbrokers.
Apparently, Stan says he's too small time for that.
Oh yeah, he just wants all the secrets to himself.
He just wants to keep all the secrets for himself. He
We'll
won't
never
tell
know.
us. He won't tell us on air, but he'll tell Travis when Travis walks in the door next time.
Look, I'll just do a Google search and we'll just see if there's something out there for us.
Yeah.
They
Need to open up
collaborate to rig
Strike Pawn,
prices.
Strike Pawn 1.
No, Midnight. Stan is an upstanding business entrepreneur. You can't say mean things like that, Midnight.
I mean, is that Stan? Is he the pawn guy? I used to like to buy tools at pawn shops. This was like 20, 30 years ago, right? I would go in and buy the circular saws, the old worm drive, until one day somebody stole one of mine and took it to a pawn shop.
Oh.
Then I was like, oh crap, I'm buying. I wonder how they keep up. I'm asking Stan. Is that his name, Stan?
Yeah, it is.
How do you track tools that way, Stan, to make sure they're
You
not stolen?
got serial numbers on anything serious, any chainsaw, snow blowers. I mean,
Yeah, I
everything's got.
That's
You have serial
true.
numbers recorded,
But who writes the serial? I mean, I have enough trouble keeping up with my gun serial numbers.
Anytime I
I don't-
buy a major tool, I take a picture of the serial number for it. I'm talking stuff that's been expensive, like whether it's a drill or a saw or a snowblower, chainsaw. I'll just take a picture of it and it just sits in my Google. Then if I'd ever have to make a reference to it, I've got it. I mean, that back in the day, yeah, you probably wouldn't do that unless you had paper records of it or something. But I just take a picture of my expensive properties, have a record of it.
Okay. Defense Dad says, Jesus, I was in there for like 15 minutes and got ignored. Reminded me of marriage. Well, Defense Dad, I didn't marry you, and none of these guys on this chat married you, so we dodged a bullet there.
You just have to learn to jump in. That's what I do. You just have to
We
learn
thought
to
you were
butt
getting
in.
dropped because it said dropped a couple times. We thought
Yeah.
we kept getting disconnected, so we didn't know.
Go Shadow, are you all right, buddy?
Oh yeah.
I am praying for you, and I mean that sincerely. I'm not saying that just to say that.
It was hell to type when I got all these IVs in my arm.
Damn.
Right? You should just be relaxing and resting, and getting plenty of fluids, and just kicking back, because it's not like you're going anywhere.
Oh, I got fluids. I got a liter IV of fluids, and then I got rivostatin, whatever,
Right.
antiviral stuff, and then I got 2 more bags of antibiotics.
You don't
I'm
have
just
COVID, do
bad
you?
in my mind.
He has everything.
Oh.
Oh, they gave me codeine too.
You did catch COVID?
Oh, I got COVID, pneumonia, and a urinary tract infection, and piss and blood.
Man.
Ouch. That hurts.
Yeah.
Hurts just thinking about it.
Oh, it
Are
really?
you in the
hurt.
hospital or are you at home now?
I'm hospital. I'm in an
Wow.
isolation ward.
Do they have good looking nurses there?
Yeah, some, but I'm in an isolation ward, so no one in and out of the room. When they come in, they're wearing a full suit with a hood, with a air pump, and all that crud.
Have them send you some pictures when they're not in their suit, and be like, "Hey, you on Facebook?"
What?
Oh, I'm just saying, flirt with the nurses. Ask them if they're on Facebook.
Yeah.
Are you on the Instagram?
Hey, Night Strike, I got a pawn shop story for you.
Uh-oh. Let's hear this,
Oh,
Jason.
here we go, man.
Let's hear it.
Now, we don't have the pawn shop anymore because they caught on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they never reopened.
Uh-huh.
But we had a pawn shop here that was, local, been here for many, many years. When I was much, much younger, I had a Ruger Blackhawk 44 Magnum single action, right? And I had to pawn it, needed some money. Well, the only thing I ever shot through it was aluminum cased because it was cheaper back in the day.
Yeah, no,
And-
I still have some of that.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all I'd shoot, but I cleaned the whole thing up because I had a nice pistol case for it and everything. I cleaned the whole gun up, Everything was fine. And I took it to the pawn shop and I pawned it for a little bit. I went back to pick the gun up and brought it home, and it was dirty and it was full of brass shavings.
You know why? Because he was shooting it.
Yeah.
Brass shavings or brass dust or brass?
Yeah, it'd been shot, yeah.
In the Marine Corps,
Whenever somebody says shaving, I always think of like a milling machine.
Well,
Oh, yeah, I don't mean like there's something wrong with the gun. It was just somebody'd been out shooting brass through it.
well, you know, Jason, when you pawn it, technically that gun becomes theirs. So they can do whatever the hell they want with it until you buy it back, more or less.
Oh, really? I just thought it was kind of shitty because, like, what if
I mean,
you put a hole in somebody
it's shitty
and
that
then
he
they come
couldn't-
back and blame it on me?
It's shitty that he couldn't clean it, but after he used the damn thing, that's shitty.
actually, on pawning firearms, it depends on the state and city.
Yeah. Well,
In Alaska, it's still yours until you don't make a payment, and then the pawn shop owner has to apply to the police department to transfer ownership. But if they fire it, that's bad on them, and if they break it, they're liable. If it gets stolen, they're liable.
I just don't want to like the thought of, they went and shot somebody with it, and then like after they find the bullet or something, come back to me for it.
odds are he probably just took it to the range and brought it back.
And keep your receipt, man, that you checked it in with them at one point. That's your.
Blue Steel 44 says Night Strike would make a great nurse. That's true. I would. But so would Travis. But not Tony. Tony's been signed
If you want to keep people out of the hospitals, that would be a great strategy.
I mean, I'll pack you full of gauze and put a tourniquet on, but I don't know if I'd want to do like nursely things on a daily basis.
No, I really wouldn't either. But if I had to, I would do it. It'd be a job.
Hey, nothing wrong with making what $50-$75 an hour.
Yeah, exactly. It's a job.
Oh, in Alaska, the nurses were paid about $20 an hour.
Didn't you leave Alaska?
Yeah.
Why do you want? I'm just amazed. Go Shadow. Why do you always go on about Alaska, but you left Alaska?
Well, the nice thing about Alaska, I could step off the front deck of my house and fire a gun in any direction I wanted. If I bought land and I wanted to build on it, I could build whatever the hell I wanted with no one's permission, no permits, no fees, none of that crap.
There are some places in Alaska though that have like I don't know. I did a couple of projects for a guy in Alaska, and we had like a 60-pound snow load, and he said he was going to be inspected. And I was like, "What? What are you not out in the wilderness?"
That would have to be Anchorage.
It was northeast. It was northeast of Anchorage. Yeah.
Yeah, the Anchorage area, Eagle River, Palmer, and Wasilla.
Eagle River.
Yeah. So, but again, Shadow, why did you leave if you liked Alaska so much?
Price gouging. A friend of mine that's still up there is paying $18 a pound for hamburger.
Why are they price gouging Alaskans?
Because they can. See, like here.
But Alaska's a state. Don't they have laws against price gouging?
I don't know. I think it's just the price of the. I mean, have you ever tried to get hamburger to Alaska? It's kind of difficult. Yeah. So
it's 20 cents.
It's the cost of getting it there.
What, they can't use a plane?
It's 20 cents a pound freight to ship food to Alaska. I set up point of sale systems up there. The grocery store was paying 20 cents a pound for tomatoes, 20 cents a pound freight, and they were putting it on the shelf for $6.99 a pound. See, here...
I'm in the wrong business.
Yeah, me too.
In Washington, if I don't like the price...
Uh-oh. You might want to mute yourself.
Pies are done.
No.
I bent my elbow, and it restricted the IV flow.
Yeah.
So it warns me. But like Speedy Auto Glass pays $125 for a car window. They turn around and charge the customer $1,200.
Ooh.
$250 for installation.
Ooh.
Yeah, here, if I don't like the price here, I can drive over to Coeur d'Alene. It's about 50 miles away. In Alaska, if you don't like the price, it's about 2,400 miles.
Yeah.
So let's split the difference. Move out to Western Nebraska when you can still do the shooting in any direction you want, but pay domestic, continental 48 state prices for everything, and then just have to deal with the $20 building permit.
And another nice thing about Alaska, well, this way when I left, you didn't need a permit to buy explosives.
Okay, well that's kind of a bonus, but I'm just saying, I watch these videos where people go shopping at grocery stores up in Alaska. It's so freaking expensive. It's nuts.
When I first started in contracting in like 1978, contractors could buy dynamite without a license. In small quantities.
G23 says that Night Strike still hasn't worn his dress. I haven't gotten it, so obviously I'm not going to wear it.
In Alaska in 2014, for New Year's, I went down to Atlas Explosives, bought a couple 1/8 sticks, and put them out on the lake with a pound of powdered magnesium and a pound of powdered iron and a pound of powdered aluminum over them, and made some really huge, gigantic pyrotechnic displays. Throwing parts 200 feet up in the air.
Did you hear that noise? That's his heart monitor telling everyone he's getting excited about talking about explosives.
And someone I knew in Anchorage, like municipality of Anchorage, it's illegal to buy, sell, or set off fireworks, but not dynamite.
Travis, I know where we're going.
And a guy had a problem with an idiot setting off whistling bottle rockets all night. So the next night, he bought himself an 8 stick and set it off and rattled the windows in the neighborhood.
Little Alaskan justice there.
The neighbor called the cops.
Dynamite does sound a lot better going off than those stupid bottle rockets.
The neighbor called the cops. The cops said we can't do anything about it.
Oh, the cops showed up and gave the guy a ticket for all his whistling bottle rockets because they were illegal in Anchorage. But the guy with his dynamite was legal.
I mean, in the 4 hours it took the cop to get there, I would have just left.
Yeah.
Just go over to Canada.
But
yeah, no. We got a message out there from Gary Stacy saying, vote no for Chipman. Call the number 202-224-3954 and say no on the vote for Chipman. I don't think he's going to get in. I think he's got a snowball's chance in hell. But again, if they push it. House Republicans are already stating that if Chipman gets in, they're going to impeach him.
Yeah,
where are you seeing that message?
It's out there in the chat underneath G23's dress comment, because G23 can't give us a decent comment.
Yeah, the Chipman thing's been popping up all over YouTube. A lot of the big channels have been making announcements about it and stuff.
Yeah, the VOA has already pre-filed an impeachment against Chipman.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that. There's something else I saw today. I don't really like covering Yahoo News, but I saw something really interesting on Yahoo News because Travis, you remember that documentary trilogy we used to watch in the 80s?
I was just gowned up, so I just wanted to check on you because I was next door.
Right. Yeah, it beeped a couple.
Okay, we got
Go ahead, buddy. What was that again? You said documentary back in the 80s?
Remember that documentary they made back in the 80s? They made 3 movies about going back to the future?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently they've had the first successful test of a jet bike. Not kidding. So that's
not hard to do.
We may get flying cars. I'm just saying. We may get flying cars.
There's a guy who built those.
Here, I'll post the link here.
Or somebody was building those back in the 80s or something.
Yeah, but apparently, sorry, there it is, Travis. But apparently they did the jet bike. Let's see. I mean, I don't know if it works yet. I'm not playing the video, no. But I'm looking at it, and So they're working on it.
Didn't the James Bond movies invent the jet ski?
I don't know if they invented the jet ski or if it just promoted the jet ski. Travis, are you watching the video?
No, I'm looking at the link right now, the picture that you just sent me.
It's not if you there's a video along with it too on there.
Well, there's Yahoo Life. I'm seeing the article. I see the picture of the guy sitting on it, but
yeah, but apparently first the successful first test. We'll see if it goes anywhere. But again, maybe we'll finally get flying cars and flying motorcycles.
Do you really want that?
Well, yeah. I mean, as long as it doesn't require a pilot's license.
I'm surprised they haven't made something more like a drone style, like a quad prop that you just sit in the middle of it with like mesh coverings over the blades or something, and you just fly around in it and stuff like a drone.
This is the one I remember. This is some guy in Russia made this, I think.
Oh,
yeah, that's a different style of a jet bike, but that is a jet bike.
That's the one I thought of whenever you said that. That's why I said it had been invented already.
That's like the Wile E. Coyote jet bike.
If that thing blows up, it's going to neuter you. Oh, my God.
Yeah. What I'm talking about is more along these lines, okay?
I mean, you really want something hot and volatile blowing up between your legs? I don't know, man.
More along these lines, okay? That's a jet bike.
Have you guys seen
that? Looks a little more expensive.
Yeah, it does. Look at the video. Watch that.
380,000.
Have you seen that jet board that you stand on? You got about a 10-minute flight time.
Yeah, but it uses water.
No, they have actual kerosene jet engine. It's got 4 engines in the bottom, and it gives you about 10-minute flight time.
Yeah, that's what the jet bike is supposed to do, right there. See if they actually can get it off the ground to get it to do that.
That thing would kill more people than COVID.
Why can't you just sit down? Why do your legs have to be stretched back?
I don't know, because of how they have the lifters. It's got to have airflow, I guess.
Okay, it ain't very big. Where's the gas tank?
Probably in the front.
Yeah, these new microjets, they're pretty damn small and fuel efficient.
Yeah.
But that jet board you stand on, you wear a backpack with the fuel.
Welcome back, Travis. Travis?
Yeah, I got dropped. I'm good.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I've been just showing people the jet bike.
So what was the other thing? Like a fly along drone with a
with the towing stuff.
It looked like a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Oh,
had like a cargo container on top.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have a little drone flying next to you with your stuff in it.
But it would be nice to have a jetpack. I tell you,
a glider behind you.
I would love to have a jet bike. Wow. But I just thought it was cool to mention because that's something I hadn't seen yet.
Yeah, the one thing with those is you got to really keep track of your fuel.
All right. Well, I think it's about time for us to close up shop and go somewhere else because apparently John just sent out all the links for the Get Off My Lawn chat. Topics from a hat.
Why are you always yielding to these other people? You should just show them who's boss and just stay quark them.
Should I do that? I don't know how long have we been live? We've been live about an hour. I mean, I usually run an hour on Thursday and Friday. So, I mean, if
funny, just being humorous.
All right. I'm just saying. If Travis wants to run off to John's, he can run off to John's.
There you go.
Move along, young lad. It's time to go to John Anderson's.
Let's do it.
Get Off My Lawn podcast.
You know it, man.
So, but no. We'll go through the room and everyone can, say their thing, and we'll get out of here. So Ghost Shadow can go and recuperate.
Well, if anyone wants to share, tell them hell no.
That's good. That's good. All right, George, you got any words of wisdom for us tonight? George, are you there? Jorge.
Jorge is having his siesta.
¿Qué pasa, Jorge?
Jorge. De sur de Texas. ¿Dónde estás, amigo?
I thought I heard him say pasta la vista earlier.
Hasta la vista.
Hasta mañana. All right. Jason, words of wisdom, buddy?
I have no wise words for anyone, but it was good talking with you all, and thanks for putting out the invite.
Yeah. Tony, you have anything you'd like to say?
No, just get better, Ghost Shadow.
I'm working in it, and that codeine helps a lot.
Yeah, it does. Trust me.
Good old-fashioned narcotics.
Good old-fashioned drugs. All right, Travis, you got any Spanish words of wisdom for us?
No, but I want to do a cheap plug, so I forgot to mention it on Matt's show last night.
Okay.
I do have that video posted on my channel if you guys want to enter the drawing for the 1911 that we're giving away, me and SS Pawn. The instructions on how to enter the drawing are in the video, so if you watch it, it's really simple, and I'm getting pretty excited. There's a lot of cool t-shirt designs that have been submitted that people are using for the entries for the drawing, so check out my channel, Travis B11, and the entry instructions are on that video for the 1911, so do check it out.
Okay, Travis, I'm warning you right now. I am gonna join. I am gonna put my name in the hat for that one because I need a 1911 that isn't bloodthirsty.
Exactly. Well, this one kind of is because it's a zombie edition, so I mean it'll eat your whole body. So
well, I need one that won't just bite me.
All right, man. We can do that. We can do that.
So I'm gonna put my name in the hat for this one. I'm gonna go watch that video, and if you don't have the video out there for everybody to go check, Travis, you need to post that. So, but I'm gonna go and enter right after.
Yours doesn't have a beaver tail on it.
Oh no, mine's got a beaver tail.
It's got a extended
Does
beaver
it bite
tail,
you,
nice trigger. It's the zombie edition Ivor Johnson.
No, I was asking.
I put the grip
bite
spring
him?
in backwards and shoved the mainspring housing up into it, and it got stuck. And I was pushing it out of the gun because it got stuck, and I sliced my hand on the rails of which it slides into.
Most people call slide bite like when it cycles and gets you.
When it bit me, and I had to have more than a couple stitches.
Like my P64 used to do until I threw it out in the ditch somewhere.
So you put the leaf spring in backwards?
Yeah.
And jammed it up?
Yeah. I made a mistake because it was late at night. But I want to let you guys know I went to the hospital that night. Went home, got 4 hours of sleep, woke up the next morning, went and took my concealed carry course, and passed it shooting one-handed.
Hell yeah, dude! That's awesome, man.
So I may have had painkillers while I was shooting, but I was still cognizant enough to actually go and not only pass the written part of the course, but also the shooting part. Yes, I had a couple strays. You got me there. I had a couple strays, but they still hit the paper.
I remember my course wasn't that hard, so I'm not going to feel too impressed.
Well, and on top of that, I was using somebody else's gun.
If you had just watched my 1911 cleaning video, none of that would have happened, Nice Strike. I could have saved you a trip to the ER.
I shouldn't have done it when at like 11 p.m. at night. That was the problem, Travis.
Damn right, dude.
I should have done it at 7 or 8 o'clock at night when I was more awake.
What really sucked, I had an AMT hardballer long slide, and I had to sell it to fix the engine in my car.
Ooh. Well, at least it wasn't a Cop 357.
But, you know how hard it is to find one of those hardball or long slides now?
Probably pretty hard.
Yeah, and I had one, and it was great. And then the engine blew up. Ah, shit! I gotta sell it.
Yep.
And I've never been able to find another one since.
Ouch. All right, on that depressing note, we're getting out of here. We'll see you guys later. You guys take it easy. Shout out being fringed. Hasta mañana, hasta luego, hasta la vista, ciao, arrivederci.
Put it on the card.
Auf Wiedersehen.
No more sharing.
No more sharing. What is it with what was it in Russia? Das Vidanya, Tovarish.
Josefina, no es mi bebé.
Oh, how do you say goodbye in French, Travis?
Au revoir.
Au revoir. There we go. We're done.
For you.
We're
Don't
done.
speak his French
All I know is you have a hard time with
bread and
goodbyes.
French croissant sandwiches. That's all I speak for French.
Au revoir. There we go. So we're done. We're done.
French.
You know what?
Marmalade,
I'm gonna throw some Japanese in there too. Sayonara.
French toast.
Sayonara.
We'll see you guys later. Take it
Hasta
easy.
España. Adiós, Felicia. Te amo mucho.
Yes, Bedonia.
Give him the bird.
Dale el dedo.
Simon.
Simón, va.
No, George. Is it this button or is it this button?
Was it
You
the green
still
one?
haven't hit the button yet. Good
Is
Lord.
it this button, or is this button over here on the left?
You line the red dot up with the middle of the screen, push the button so the red shows, and then pull the trigger, and that makes it go off.
No. We're not talking about the button on the right panel. We're talking about the left panel here.
No,
Is
not
it
the
one-
button on the
Is it one on the
Morpheus
far left or is it the one in the middle?
Oh, this one. Ah!